literally interviewed probably, let's not exaggerate, 200 top scientists, from petroleum geologists to astrophysicists to astronauts to quantum mechanics to petroleum.
Buckle up, because I have two.
I know.
I'm a moron.
I know.
Okay?
You're a moron?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah, trust me.
Joe, you're a smart guy, and I'm not. That's his cover. He is smart. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, right.
I'm a smart moron.
Yeah, right. Okay, let me tell you what's going on. I'm going to say it again. You can go to any major study. Just type in carbon dioxide levels were hundreds of times higher in Earth's early past.
Well, I understand that, but also I understand
but
that
wait. You can look at the ocean models then.
Yes.
You can look at the ocean models.
Right.
And it's true, the oceans did cover more than they do now.
Alex Jones, human beings weren't alive 65 million years ago, and the environment wasn't compatible for us.
We put out a fraction. Well, we hadn't developed yet.
Right, we were moles.
We had, shrews.
Shrews, yeah.
But my point is, you're right.
Yeah.
Is that
last time CO2 was this high, humans didn't exist. The last time there was as much carbon dioxide, CO2 in the earth, CO2 levels are far higher now than they have been for any time during the past. And oil, a single CO2 molecule can remain in the atmosphere. What'd you do?
That was just reading parts of it.
Oh, I see. I understand. Oh, okay. So let's just go to what this says. And what is this paper that's, is this climatecentral.org? Okay. The last time there was this much carbon dioxide in the Earth's atmosphere, modern humans didn't exist. Megatooth sharks prowled the oceans, blah, blah, blah. All right. As we near the record for the highest CO2 concentrations in human history, 400 parts per million, climate scientists worry about where we were then and where we're rapidly headed now, according to the data gathered by Mauna Loa Observatory in Hawaii, dope spot. The 400 ppm mark may briefly be exceeded this month when CO2 typically hits a seasonal peak.
Sure, and I've had top scientists on, I've had climatologists on about the Keeling curve. I can tell you all this.
Threshold, according to Ralph Keeling, the researcher. Carbon dioxide is the most important long-lived global warming gas. And once it's emitted by burning fossil fuels,
it helps us keep our atmosphere.
Hold, please. But once it's emitted by burning fossil fuels such as coal and oil, a single CO2 molecule can remain in the atmosphere for hundreds of years. Global CO2 emissions reached a record high of 35.6 billion tons in 2012, up 2.6% from 2011. Carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases warm the planet by absorbing the sun's energy and preventing heat from escaping back into space, which means it enhances the atmosphere, right?
But the sea levels didn't go up like they said.
Well, aren't they melting? But it's a process.
Al Gore said by 2013.
Al Gore.
Okay, Joe, but listen, this is one guy's take.
I know, but Al Gore's out there flying around.
I know. You found a guy admitting that it used to be higher than it is now. I'm telling you, it used to be way higher than it is now. This is
right, but then the asteroid hit the Yucatan, killed all the dinosaurs, and changed the entire atmosphere of the planet
with a dark winter.
Yeah, it was very bad for everything.
Caused by atmospheric dust.
For a long fucking time, right?
One major volcano, like Mount St. Helens, they estimated, put out more dust than decades of human dust.
Yes.
And human dust is what helps cause nuclei to form to cause storms. So we are affecting our environment. But most of the astrophysicists and most of the physicists I've talked to, most of the climatologists I've talked to, they have broken down that the sun, by magnitude, is 98% of the driver of what happens. That's why when the sunspots take place, it's an coronal ejection from the sun, and one of those shoots radiation in our direction, it'll be clear blue sky, but they know when we get hit by that, it hits our magnetic field and causes an ionization of the atmosphere and electrification of it, and so that causes the giant storms. So the main driver of climate is the sun. And I think everybody, doesn't have to be a scientist to know, what's the main thing that Earth's living off of? The sun. The sun. And so they're telling us that carbon dioxide does this. What happens is carbon dioxide goes up, they said can be in the atmosphere for hundreds of years. It's normally absorbed by plants immediately, who they've got studies. They have found giant crocodile skeletons from just 10,000 years ago in the central Sahara, when hundreds of square miles is nothing but dunes. 10,000 years ago, it was lush jungles and beautiful, but they had goats, and they ate all of the plants and killed the roots.
There's also the Younger Dryas theory of asteroid impacts that they think ended the Ice Age.
12,000 years ago.
Yeah, 2 impacts. I believe there's 12, and then somewhere between.
But the
11
answer
and
is we
12.
don't know. And so they've now looked at all these big models saying that it's all carbon dioxide, and it's not. It's the sun, it's asteroids, it's tectonic, it's electromagnetic
I
from the Earth's
understand all
core.
this, but isn't CO2 emissions the one thing that we can control? So human-created global warming gases like CO2 emissions, if we can put a cap on that, wouldn't you agree?
Let me ask you a
that
question.
If we don't, but if we continue to put that stuff in the atmosphere and it continues to get higher and higher and higher levels of CO2 in the atmosphere, wouldn't
This
that
is going to make the studies show it's going to make deserts become green again, and plants are going to absorb the carbon.
What studies are these?
You can look them up.
Okay, let's find out.
And that's why the
Can you
left
point
even
to one?
says-
But if you're going to say something like that, and I'm not arguing with you, but if you are going to say something like that, that's a very bold thing to say. You should probably not just say look them up. There should be something.
No,
you can
let's type
point
it in.
to.
Let's type it in. There's hundreds of them. I actually brought like over
do
50.
you